latest update from Force 13's World Service on Cyclone Keni, which is approaching Fiji at this time. As of 9 AM this morning local time, April 10th, it had winds of 75 miles an hour, that's 120 kilometers per hour, and a pressure of 974 millibars, and is intensifying at this time as it approaches Fiji. It's at 18.0 degrees south, 175.7 degrees east, and a cyclone warning is in effect for most of the island group. Over the next few days, you can see that the storm will barrel through fairly quickly. It's moving at a pretty rapid pace at this time. That will continue. It will graze the southern part of the main island, Viti Levu, and then off towards the southeast over a lot of those smaller islands, possibly with hurricane force winds over those areas. We'll take a look at that in detail shortly. Here is the storm's position right now, and you can see how it is in relation to the islands. Tropical storm conditions will be starting to be felt near Nadi in particular. It's a stage 2 on the CDPS scale, meaning significant damage is possible. A cyclone warning is in effect for all of Fiji except the northern division and a few isolated islands to the east of there that is out of the forecast cone. So this is taking a look at the precipitation charts, and you can see into late on Tuesday this is what we're looking at for the chance of storm conditions when they're at their highest, and the main bulk of the storm will be displaced to the south, but the northern side will have significant winds as well. So it's going to be probably more of a wind event for the main islands than rain, but more rain further south, and if the storm does deviate north by any chance, then obviously there's going to be much more rainfall, and flooding will be probably a significant issue regardless, but just how much is the question. But there we are entering the end of the week, and as you can see, not much doing after the storm pushes through. Sea surface temperatures very warm right now, 28 to 30 degrees Celsius, which is more than enough to sustain this storm, and it could intensify a little bit more before getting sucked into all of that very high wind shear, which is located very close to the storm right now. It doesn't have long left before it's going to start to weaken. That will probably happen in around 24 hours time. So this is the latest satellite imagery from the Himawari 8 satellite, as day has just broken there, but we don't quite have enough visible images to compile an animation yet, but you can see how the storm has been progressing, and perhaps the beginnings of an eye starting to appear, either that or a massive flare-up of convection, but hurricane status has been granted to it from the Joint Typhoon Warning Centre, Category 2 on the Australian scale according to Fiji, and they're predicting a peak at Category 3 on the local scale, which is Category 1 or 2 on the Sappho-Simpson scale. More updates on this storm as it continues. You can follow Force 13's outlets, the website force13.com, with the latest on the storm. You can also find our YouTube page, search Force 13 all in text. We're also on Facebook, like our page on there under the same name, and you can follow our Twitter account, search Force 13 all in text. You can also add my personal account on Discord and on Skype, search Force 13 on Skype or Fool13 at extension 9094 on Discord, and follow our regional weather on the Australia and Oceania channel on YouTube as well. That's all for now.